So in this video, we are going to learn how to convert text from Airtable to speech using Voicemaker. Now, if you're a content creator, a video editor, and you are creating some videos and you want to use some AI-generated voices, AI-generated speech in your videos, then this automation is going to help you a lot. So using this automation, just by adding some text or the script in our Airtable database as a new record, you can automatically convert that text into speech using Voicemaker application. And after that, the speech or the audio file of that speech will be automatically updated in the same record into the same file in Airtable as well. Now, if you're a content creator, then you don't have to switch it in multiple applications to get the AI-generated voice or the voice narration for your text. Using this one automation, you can completely save your time and efforts. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Airtable database. And here I have created this table named as text to speech. In this table, in a new row, in a new record, I'm adding some text over here. And I want to convert this text into speech using Voicemaker. So in this video, we are going to see how you can automate this process. So using this automation, whenever we are going to add a new record in Airtable with some text and enter some other details like the file name, language of the text, and the voice ID from Voicemaker, using this automation, automatically this text will be converted into speech and the speech file will be automatically added, the audio file will be automatically added in the same record in Airtable as well. So let's see how it is done. So to do this, we have to basically use an automation and integration platform called Pabbly Connect. And to access Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you will reach to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up free. Now, if you're new to Pabbly, by clicking on this sign up free button, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. Or if you're an existing Pabbly user, just click on sign in. After signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. And here we just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And as we click on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. And here we have to create an automation workflow. Click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as Airtable to Voicemaker. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then just select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create this automation and click on create. And as we click on create, here you will see the automation workflow will open in front of us. And in this workflow, you can see two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Airtable account, our Airtable database with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. So that whenever a new record with some text and other details are added in Airtable, the details of that same record, the same text should be received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow should trigger. Then after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, we are going to send the same text and other details to Voicemaker, and using Voicemaker, we are going to convert that text into speech. And in response, we will get the link of the audio file. And using the same automation, that particular link, that particular audio file will be updated back in the same record in Airtable as well. That too automatically. So let's see how it is done. In Triggers tab, in Choose App, search for Airtable and select it. After selecting Airtable in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Record. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Airtable record with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Connect with Airtable button. And because we have already logged into our Airtable account in our browser, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account. Just click on this Add a Base option and select all current and further bases in all current and further workspaces. So whatever bases and workspaces from your Airtable account you want to connect with Pabbly Connect, you have to select that. I want to connect all the bases, so I've selected this. If you want to connect some specific bases or workspaces from this list, from this drop-down, you can select them. And click on Grant Access. And as we click on Grant Access, we will see our Airtable account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, it is asking us for the base name. So here from this drop-down, you can see a list of all the bases which we have added in our Airtable account. Now out of all of this, there is a base named as AI Content Generator. In this base, I have a table named as Text to Speech And in this table, I'm adding the new record. So new records from this table we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect in the trigger. So I have to select the theme-based AI content generator over here. So I'll just search for it and select this base over here from which we want to get the new records. After selecting the base, in this dropdown you can see a list of both the tables which we have, AI image generation and text to speech. So new record from this text to speech table we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect. So we are going to select it. After selecting the table, it is showing us some important note. To capture the trigger response for the action new records, you will first need to create a field in your table schema with the field name created and set its field type as created time. So it is saying us that after creating the table of our choice in Airtable, we have to basically add a field over here, add a column over here. The name of the field should be created and the field type should be created time. So here you can see I have added this column of created over here, and using this field, whenever we are going to add a new record, it is automatically going to add the date and time, that what date and time that particular record was added. And to get the new records from Airtable inside Pabbly Connect, creating this particular field, creating this particular column is important. So you just have to do it. After doing this, we'll get back to Pabbly Connect and click on this Save and Send Test Request button. Now, as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received the response. And in this response, the details of the most recent row. Like right now, I have only one row. I have only one record in Airtable, and data of that same record is received inside Pabbly Connect. We have the unique record ID over here, that what is the unique record ID of this particular row of data. We are going to use this record ID later while updating the audio file. Then we have the same voice ID. So here in Airtable, I have created a dropdown. So Voicemaker allows us to convert text into speech in multiple languages and in multiple voices. So whatever languages I prefer, I usually use. I have listed all of those languages in the as it is name which Voicemaker asks us in this dropdown in Airtable. And also whatever my favorite voices are, I have also added those voices over here in this dropdown. So whatever voice ID we have selected from the dropdown in Airtable, same voice ID is received over here. And after that, here you can see we have the same text. Then after that, we'll scroll down and here we have the field language over here. So we have the language as English India over here, and then we have the file name over here as demo file. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed, where we have successfully received the text from our Airtable record, our Airtable database in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to send this same text and other details like the file name, language and voice ID to Voicemaker. And using Voicemaker, we are going to convert this text into speech. For that, we'll just scroll down, come to this action step, and here in Choose App, we will search for Voicemaker over here. Just select it. After selecting Voicemaker, an action event from the dropdown, select the action event as Generate Audio. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Voicemaker account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our Voicemaker account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. So to get it, just go to your Voicemaker account, click on this My Account option, and from this drop-down, select API keys. Here you can see either your API key will already be generated, and if not, if you want to generate a new one, click on this Generate New API Key button, give this API key a name, set the character limit, and enter the expiry of this API key. And after that, just click on Generate. And as you click on Generate, the API key will be generated in your Voicemaker account. Right now, I will be using the existing API key which I have already generated. So I'll just copy the API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after pasting this API key, just click on Save. And as we click on Save, we will see our Voicemaker account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the engine. So in the drop-down, we have two options. Either we can convert text into speech using standard engine or using neural engine. So I want to use the neural engine, so I'm selecting that over here. After selecting neural engine over here, it is asking us for the voice ID. And here you can see we have some examples of voice ID and we have this Learn More button. We'll just click on this Learn More button and it will take us to the API doc of Voicemaker. Now we don't have to refer to this API doc for the rest of the technical things. We will just scroll down and here you can see a list of all the languages and all the voice IDs for those languages which Voicemaker supports. So here you will get a list of all the languages in which you can convert text into speech, and while converting the speech, whatever voices of the speech you have for that particular language, you can see all of those options over here. Like here in English India, you can see the language code is en-in, and these are the audios or these are the voice IDs in which we can convert or we can basically generate the speech in Indian English language or Indian English accent. So here you can see from this particular page, I have referred to the same section or the same document over here, and using that, I have selected the languages and entered the language code in Airtable in this drop down, and I have selected the voice IDs in which I want my speech to be. Now here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, you can see it is asking us voice ID. So we have added some of the voice IDs from this page in our Airtable database, and we have received the Airtable response in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger step. So here from this trigger step response, I want to map or send this response of voice ID to this Voicemaker action step. And for that, we will be using a process called mapping. Just click on this field of voice ID, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Airtable of a new record. Out of all of these responses, select this response of voice ID and map it. So whatever voice ID we are going to select in our Airtable database, the same voice ID will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and the same voice ID will be sent to Voicemaker to make the transcription or convert text into speech. Then it is asking us for the language code, so we are going to use the same process of mapping. From Airtable, we have also received the response of language code over here, so we are going to select it and map it over here. Then it is asking us accent code. Now, I don't want to provide any specific accent over here, so that's why what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this field as blank. We can just ignore this field because this is not a mandatory field. This field is not marked as required. So if you want, you can just ignore this field for now. Then it is asking us for the text, that what is the text which we want to convert into speech. So we'll just click on this field, and from the drop down from Airtable responses, select the response of text and map it. Then after mapping the text, it is asking us output format. So here in this drop down, you can see we have two options, MP3 and WAV. So I want the output to be in MP3 format, so I'm selecting MP3 over here. In response type as well, we have two options, file and stream. So we want the file of the audio, we want the audio file of the speech, so we are selecting file over here. And then it is asking us file stored, that the file which we are converting, the audio file which we are generating, for how long that audio file should be stored in the Voicemaker server. So here we have two options over here. Either we can go with the default value, and that is 1 hour over here, or we can enter any time between 1 to 240. So we can basically keep this file up to 240 hours in our Voicemaker server. So here you can see it is written. You can specify the duration for retaining your converted output audio file in hours. So here we have an option of 1 to 240. Let's say I want to keep it for 100 hours over here. So I'm entering 100 over here. Then it is asking us custom file name. So we have to enter a unique custom file name for the files which we are generating, for the audio files which we are creating. So we have entered the file name in Airtable. So from Airtable responses, we are going to select the response of file name and map it over here. Then it is asking us sample rate, effect, master setting. So all of these fields, all of these details are not mandatory, are not required. So that's why we can just ignore these fields for now. But if you want, you can enter your details as per your requirement, as per the speech which you want to generate according to your requirement over here. After entering all the necessary details, we'll just scroll down and then just click on this save and send test request button. Now, as we click on save and send test request, here you can see we have received the response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. In this response, you can see we have received this path over here. We'll just copy this path and paste this same link into a new tab. And here you can see as we pasted, this file is downloaded in my system. I'll just open this file, play this audio file over here.
Hello, welcome to Pabbly Connect. With this versatile automation platform, you can effortlessly integrate Airtable and Voicemaker to enhance your productivity.
And yes, here you can see this is the audio file. This is the speech audio file for the same text which we have added in Airtable over here. So this means the step 2 of setting up this automation is also completed, where we have successfully converted text into speech, and using Voicemaker in the response, we have received the speech file URL as well. Now let's move to the final step, where we are going to add this same file over here. We are going to upload that same file in this field of audio file as an attachment into the same Airtable record. For that, we'll just scroll down, click on this add action step button, and then here in choose app, once again we'll search for Airtable. Just select it. After selecting Airtable, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as update record. Then just click on connect, and because we have connected our Airtable account with Pabbly Connect in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on save. And as we click on save, here you can see our Airtable account will get connected with Pabbly Connect once again in the action step. Then it is asking us for the base name and table. So from the drop down, we are going to select the same base name over here in which we have created the table, which we have selected in the triggers tab. And also we are going to select the same table as well. Now, if you want to upload or add this audio file as an attachment into some other base or in some other table in Airtable, you can do that as well. If you want, you can upload this file in any base and in any table or in any Airtable account as per your choice. Then it is asking us record ID. So after base name and table name, in which particular record, in which particular row in Airtable, we want to update this audio file. We have to select that over here. So what we are going to do, we will just turn this mapping button on over here and clear this default response. And we have received the response of record ID from Airtable in trigger step responses. So whenever we are going to add a new record, a new text in a new row in Airtable, with all the details, the record ID will also be received in trigger step, and we are going to update the attachment, the audio file link into the same record over here. So we have mapped the record ID from trigger step responses. Then all the columns of data which we have created over here, you can see all of these columns as fields over here. Now, out of all of this, we are not going to make changes in any of the field, just in the field of audio file where we want to upload this attachment over here. We'll click here, and from Voicemaker responses, we'll select the response of this URL, this link, and map it. And after mapping it, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received the response, and this response is positive response to us. This response shows that in that particular field or the column of audio file, this link, this file attachment given by Voicemaker is added. The audio file of the speech is added in Airtable. So let's check it. We'll just go to Airtable, and yes, here you can see in our Airtable record, in the audio file column, this file is added.
Hello.
And this is the exact same file over here, which we have generated using VoiceOver for the speech, for the text which we have entered in our Airtable database. This means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. Now, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. So I will just go to my Airtable database over here, and I'm going to create a new record over here. Let me add a text over here. So this is the text which I've already copied. Here are the 3 benefits of using Pabbly Connect automation, and I have 3 benefits over here. So this is a text which I have added over here. Then after that, let me give a file name as, for example, Pabbly Connect. So this will be the file name. Language is, for example, English India this time. The voice ID is, for example, let me select the voice ID as Alicia over here. And then after that, just click on save. So what we have done just now, we have added a new record, a new row of data over here in Airtable. And we can see as we add these details, as we add this record, within 10 minutes, you will see the audio file will be generated for the same text, and it will be added in Airtable. And it basically takes 10 minutes of time because the connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And in this type of connection, Pabbly Connect will check for new records, some new updates in our Airtable database every 10 minutes. So we just have to wait for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, we will see using this automation, the audio file will be generated and added in our Airtable record. Okay, so we have successfully waited for 10 minutes. Now let's check our Airtable database. So I'll just go to Airtable, and yes, here you can see in the same record, an audio file is added. Let's try playing this audio file over here.
Here are 3 benefits of using Pabbly Connect automations. Streamlined workflow automation.
So here you can see we have the audio file, we have the speech file generated for the same text which we have added over here. This means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can basically connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.